sometimes I wish I would have kept up with those band lessons. I'm just saying, when you have live music, it just does something to you. I know if y'all seen me this weekend on my birthday, yes, I had to go live because I had to just show you I was having a good time celebrating my birthday, but it was the live music that was doing it for me. I'm telling you, it's just something about some good sounding music, especially jazz. I just kind of love how it just gets you in that mood. I'm hoping that it got you in the mood for tonight's show. So welcome everybody to Get to Know Bob. You know, this amazing platform where we bring on some amazing Black business owners. We have some authors, some musicians, yes, and just people doing phenomenal things within the community, founders of nonprofits. Um, we've had people in the automotive industry. We have people in industries where we need more representation, right? So we have a plethora of people doing amazing things in our community. So don't you let anybody tell you differently. I am your host, Sonia Weaver, and I am so excited about tonight's show. I am pumped up because this is my dear sister friend that we're going to be chatting with tonight. But before we get into our conversation, happy Valentine's Day. Now, I know it was yesterday, but you didn't see me yesterday, so I'm saying it to you today. And I decided to wear some red, popping red lips, Thank you. This is T.O.B. this time. I know y'all be used to me having a glam doctor. She know I love her. But I decided to change it up tonight. But I love my popping red lips just to signify a little bit of love. And why not also make mention that it is Heart Month, right? So, in our community, we got to do better. We got to take care of that ticker, and show yourself some love by doing what you need to do, eating right, being well. We'll have Lisa back on to tell us the benefits of having a plant-based diet. Not too bad, but I know sometimes it can be hard to stick to, but we must do what we must do to love on ourselves and make sure we take care of ourselves. Now, keeping in the theme of love, this is how I celebrated my birthday, getting linked in love. And I have promoted this now. So if you missed out, don't be mad at me, because look at the fun we had celebrating my birthday. And it was phenomenal. Everybody had an amazing time making their bracelets. And I want to thank each and every one of you that came out on this Saturday to celebrate yourselves, most importantly, to celebrate love and to just have an amazing time loving on each other, laughing, having fun, joking, reminiscing, doing all the good things that people do when they enjoy one another. So, yes, Linked in Love was an amazing, amazing time. Now, if you weren't there, please let me know why. I'm just curious. If you wasn't there, why? Because I'm telling you, you would enjoy getting linked. It is the best place to come to create lasting, memorable experiences. And every time I look down, I can remember each time I was there, what the occasion was. One of them I wear so much, I'm excited that Linked is going to start having where you can get relinked. And so more to come as I talk about that. But because you wear them all the time to get relinked, yes, I would love to change a few of them up. Be on the lookout because I will be talking about that in the near future. Okay. Now, y'all ready for the deal of the day? Because I am, but I'm not really understanding how come more of you aren't so much excited about the free gifts. Okay, so these are the free gifts we give away. Now I'm gonna tell you right here what we're working on is giving someone this amazing do the kit at home. Okay, now I've showed you some of this before. I'm not gonna keep doing it because maybe y'all think I'm playing how amazing this kit is. So let me show you. First of all, I told you it has all of the amazing things because this is a self-care kit. So it says, "Dear self, oh, how beautiful you are. You look gorgeous. Your hair is stunning. You are the most perfect human." I mean, that alone, you should be wanting this box. I'm telling you, this is a box you won't throw away. But then you have your journal in here. This is your self care journal with a note from the founder about intentionally capturing moments. But underneath that is your blend at home kit. You can make your own candle at home. All the supplies are in the kit. And I'm trying to give it away for free. Like, okay, for free. But you do have to do something to earn it, okay? So yeah, there is a catch because I don't know, maybe there isn't everything. Something's always not free. But before I go into what you need to do, I am going to say thank you again to Chris Jordan, who was our winner of the LinkedIn Love tickets. And so there he is. I made his bracelet, and you see that smile. So, I'm waiting for his testimony because he told me this much, though. He said it took him about all of 3 minutes to do these steps. You hear that? Maybe he said it wasn't even difficult. So if you don't want to get this gift, it's really your fault. Because I mean, who doesn't have 3 minutes? I know y'all scroll on Facebook longer than that. Now, all you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and just send us a pic to confirm. Like or follow us on social media on Facebook and or Instagram and send us a pic to confirm. Share and tag. Share 5 of our Get to Know Bob episodes on your social media platform and tag Deals with Bob and tag 5 friends. Now, we do have rules for no social media on there, and that is if you show you referred 5 friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel, then you can send us their names to confirm, and then you will email or text the link of 5 of our Get to Know Bob episodes to 5 friends and CC us. Send us the pic to confirm. Now, all pictures you can just email to info@dealswithbob.com. The first person to complete the 3 steps will receive that free gift. Let us know by leaving a comment on tonight's show that you completed the steps. So I'm still waiting to see who gonna get that candle. But I'm gonna tell you right now, after this giveaway, I'm about to blend my own. I wanted to blend it with someone live. That's why I've been making sure I keep this gift in rotation. But y'all gonna make me wrap it up and give it to somebody for their birthday because I'm not gonna keep telling you how fabulous this gift is and let it just sit here going to waste. So somebody might be getting it for their birthday if y'all don't keep moving along and get this gift 3 easy steps. I'm telling you, you sleeping on it. Now, we're going to keep moving into our featured nonprofit. Our featured nonprofit for this month is Unity, uniting neighborhoods and inspiring today's youth. Their mission is to implement strategies to strengthen cohesion in our community and work with youth through mentoring and sports activities. Their purpose is to annually provide support to children, families, and communities in the Tri-County area. They want to meet the needs of those they serve by providing scholarships to high school students entering college or trade school, providing support to families for after-school programs, providing support for families during the holiday season, providing coaching and mentoring through youth sports. Their vision is to contribute to the growth and success of a positive and collaborative, clean, and safe community. Their goals is that each year they want to make a difference in one new neighborhood. They want to build partnerships with organizations and businesses to help tackle the needs of today's youth and the communities. So you can see why Unity is our nonprofit of the month of February. Make sure you connect to Unity and the amazing work that they are doing in the community. And I know you should get excited because they have a youth bowling group. So I do promote and advertise when you can register your youth. They do have openings that typically go in the summer. So make sure you be on the lookout for that information so you can have your youth get involved with this amazing nonprofit. Our featured business this evening, can you get excited, is Affordable Veterinary Clinic. Let's take a moment to see what they do. At Affordable Veterinary Clinic, they are dedicated to providing optimal veterinary care that is personalized attention for you and your pet, allowing you to be confident that your pet's best interest is their top priority. Their job is to treat your pet when he or she isn't feeling well, but also to help you learn how to keep your best friend happy and healthy. With help and uncompromising care by their dedicated and knowledgeable personnel, they will help ensure the enjoyment of your pet for many years to come. Affordable Veterinary Clinic is recognized as an outstanding veterinary clinic dedicating to serving the community. They always provide the highest quality of service to their clients and superior medical care to their patients while maintaining reasonable and affordable prices. Dr. Melanie Dutz Veterinary Mobile Service will also allow you the opportunity of having at home service, bringing medical care to you and continuing to serve the community with the highest degree of excellence in veterinary medical services is their highest priority. An Affordable Veterinary Clinic is offering free well exams to new clients with the purchase of vaccines if you are a consumer member. Now, who has little four-legged friends? Then you want to make sure that you're doing your best to make sure they stay happy and healthy. Now, you see, I haven't had a friend since I was a child. So yeah, if my children watch this, yeah, they're a little salty with me because they said I let them grow up without, you know, having the experience of a pet. So, well, we're gonna move on and go to our deals for our consumer members. So, kicking it off, Deals with Bob is offering 15% off premium services. Today's Smile is offering 50% off whitening. Mona Lisa's Lyrics is offering 15% off event packages. Woo! Women Helping Empower Women is offering free registration or free consultation. And Phlebotomy Express Training Centers is offering 10% off their courses. If you are a business owner and you want to offer deals, discounts, giveaways, and rewards to our consumer members, please visit www.dealswithbob.com and join today. Now, to become a consumer member, all you need to do is visit our website at www.dealswithbob.com. Simply click on consumer membership and join for $25 a year. Now, with gifts that I'm giving away for free, that sums up that and then some. But all of the amazing deals that you can benefit from as a consumer member pays you back in spades as well. If you are a business owner, we want you to join the business directory, but we want you to join an annual package that will have your consumer membership included. Let's see. So we're getting into a part that I love is letting you know what's going on in and around our community. Now, this list has grown so much since I incorporated the Stay Connected on the show. I'm going to tell you, I can't do a whole show just to stay connected, okay? So I apologize in advance if by chance your event is not on tonight's show. But I have to keep to our deadline of when you can submit your information in order to make sure that I can get to as many as I can in each episode, okay? So don't get upset with me. I don't want no hate mail. I don't want y'all to cancel me. Okay, so let's get going into Stay Connected. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, to tune in to last week's episode where we had an amazing conversation with the phenomenal Mona Lisa of Mona Lisa's Lyrics. Genesis nonprofit is seeking volunteers. If you want to help this amazing nonprofit and the community at large, make sure you go to their website, or you can email at apv@genesisprc.org and volunteer today. Wills and Trust with Terrence Quinn Esquire is February the 17th at 12 p.m. noon. What will happen to your children and assets when you die? Ask yourself that question. And if you don't have the answer, make sure you tune in. The 7th annual African American Family Book Expo is happening Saturday, February 18th at 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. You're invited to Blend Bar event with True to You Candle Studios happening February the 18th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pray Hustle Slay presents Black Book Fair happening Sunday, February 19th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Amazing Women Speak podcast with your host, Crystal Gunn, and host, Michelle Harper, happening February the 19th at 7 p.m. The topic for this week is You Gotta Have Faith. Pray Hustle Slay, Black-owned small business Saturday, happening February the 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Urban Unity Ski Charity Event, Black History Edition, happening February 25th from 11 a.m. Party with the Tea in Detroit Book City is having Black History Book Fair on Saturday, February the 25th, 12 noon to 5 p.m. Chopping It Up with the Brothers, Conversations Towards Healing, hosted by Keith Bennett, Pastor Mac Hall, and Darwin Griffin, March 11th from 12 noon to 3 p.m. On March 11th is St. Patty's Day pop-up shop happening on Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry. Saturday. There's no date that I see. But from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Merchants Are Us and Delicious Enterprises present Business Shower 2023 on Saturday, March 18th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mona Lisa's Lyrics presents Detroit's own Sada Baby, a fundraiser for All for One and One for All on Saturday, March 25th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Laugh Foundation presents More Than the Eyes Can See, happening March 25th. Show starts at 7 p.m. It's the 4th annual Being That Girl Award. Join us at the Detroit Pistons game pre-show on March 27th, 2023 at 6 p.m. at Little Caesars Arena, courtside. And I'm going to take a moment to say thank you to the phenomenal Natasha Lee for thinking of me and including me in such a phenomenal award ceremony. And if you can see this lineup, I am so honored to be part of some amazing women that are going to be also honored at this event. So make sure you get your tickets by going to pistons.com/thatgirl. And let us support you and your event by adding it to our Stay Connected segment. Visit www.dealswithbob.com and contact us today. So again, I hope to see you. I know that's a shameless plug for myself, but really to support all these amazing women and the work that they do in the community. I'm just honored because when people knock on my door or they call or text or whatever how you communicate with me, I really am like, whoa, I'm just out here trying to help other people. So it's not even something that I realized that someone be actually, think of what I do as something that matters. So I am very, very, very honored for this opportunity. Now, getting into tonight's show, tonight's guest, can you get excited? This is going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal conversation. Tonight's guest is my sister friend, the one and only Michelle McDonald, and I can't wait for her to self-introduce. How you doing?
How you doing?
I am
I'm
awesome.
good.
I am
I am
awesome. I am
good.
awesome. I hope
Thank
I
you
wasn't
so much
talking
for
too
having me.
fast because I was really trying to get to the conversation.
Oh no, you were fine. I was taking notes. There was a lot of good information there.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Now, before we get too much into the conversation, you're going to have to really self-introduce because the last time you were here, we were still on Instagram. I want to say it might have even been 2020. So we're like 3 years away. And I know you have a whole lot that you can share, things that you're doing now, what you're focused on now. So I'm going to
Mhm.
pass the baton, give you the opportunity to let people know who you are, what you do, but most importantly, why you do what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my sister friend Sonia Weaver.
You're
My
welcome.
name is Michelle McDonald. My company is Serica Enterprises, and my mission is to engage, educate, and empower. And that is the foundation of everything that I do in my business. I decided this year to really focus on training and providing digital resources to nonprofit organizations. Small businesses can benefit, but my main target are nonprofit organizations. My background is working with nonprofits. Ever since college, I've been working with nonprofit organizations for 20 plus years. I specifically want to see nonprofit organizations really fulfill their goals, whether they're fundraising goals, volunteer opportunity goals, event goals, whatever their goals are. I had experience working as the marketing director for the American Heart Association as I developed sponsorship proposals for them. Then I went on to work for Molina Healthcare where I gave out sponsorships. And with all of those experiences of doing the events and doing fundraising and doing sponsorship proposals, what I saw was that a lot of smaller nonprofits or people who are aspiring to be nonprofits, they were not utilizing the tools that the larger ones were using. And the fact of the matter is, the only thing that differentiated is the fact this is a bigger one, this is a smaller one. But other than that, it's just access and knowing the information. So my goal is to share the information to the nonprofit organizations so that they can maximize their growth. The same thing with
Mhm.
small businesses. What I was seeing for myself as far as public speaking, that's such a great opportunity. Doing
Mhm.
shows like this, going live, going out and getting in front of people. So I developed some courses to kind of go along with my mission and my new focus. I'll be going into more creative pursuits, writing, doing some documentaries, and that's going to be something a little bit mid-year. But right now,
Mhm.
my main focus is doing my trainings, and I do occasional consultations, but mostly the focus are on some of the trainings that I'm doing.
Awesome, awesome. I absolutely love
Mm.
that. And as you were talking, I have a couple things that I'm going to bring up a little bit later on in the show. Now, Michelle actually mentioned some trainings.
Yes.
So, would you consider your Speak It, the public speaking business where you're going to be having on February 20th? Is that considered one of your trainings?
It absolutely is.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. The whole goal of that is to really one of the issues when I was doing research for developing courses, I was seeing that a lot of people have issues with public speaking. And believe it or not, once upon a time, I was really shy. Well, you may believe it because you knew me then when we were kids. But now utilizing and embracing the sound of your own voice, that's one of the modules, because the thing is, people don't sound the way they think they sound. How you sound to other people is how you actually sound. Your recorded voice, that's how you actually sound. And it took me a minute to really embrace that, because I'm like, oh, I sound like that. But everyone has that phenomenon. It has something to do with the inner ear or something like that. Why our perception of how we think we sound is different than our actual voice. And what I tell people is, you just gonna have to get over that.
Yeah, I
That's
did.
all you sound,
I
and keep it
did.
moving. And it's okay, because when you think about it, if everyone kind of feels that way, you're not alone. And the thing, people don't, and I think the issue is, people are not going to go running, screaming out their house because they hear the sound of your voice on the radio. I hate the way I sound. And so when I started looking at it like that, I'm like, okay. And then when people say, oh, you got a nice voice, I'm like, all right, thank you. And so,
You do. You do.
I thought I sounded like this. To
But see,
me,
I do.
I don't think you sound like that, because you pretty much sound the same way as we did when we were kids. So
Exactly. So the voice has not matured. It hasn't gotten any bass or anything. But especially, no, I listen to my playbacks and I know what my voice sounds like. And I know it gets really high. I know my laugh can get really high pitch. But it is what it is, because I agree with you. You can't. I mean, you can try to change it, because I did. If you want to go and look and laugh, I'm telling y'all, go look at some of them old YouTube episodes when I'm just playing with YouTube, trying to get accustomed to it. And then I'm trying to speak differently. It comes across like I'm trying to speak differently. Let's just say that it's not authentic. And people did
inauthentic.
not connect.
Yeah.
Right. People didn't
Right.
connect to it, because it's not me. It's not me. And so I definitely would agree with that. And from me, for public speaking, I will say I was fortunate that my mom had me start in the church. Isn't that something, how we always say you start in church? But it did. It started with speaking publicly in the church. And so I really, truly appreciate the upbringing of it. Did you freeze? We ain't lose you, right? I think I think she might have frozen. Hello?
You wouldn't believe.
Did I freeze?
Can you see me? I can hear you and see. For a minute,
Okay.
yeah. Because it was
Okay.
going
I
a
was
little
like,
slow. So I said, maybe I got stuff open. And so nothing no more. Okay. But yes, I did the Easter speeches too. And then people began to say, okay, you can read. And so I liked reading in church. I would read scriptures and stuff, and just really leveraging that. And what I found is that people, when you do presentations, and the goal of the course is not to get paid speaking engagements. Okay, that's always nice, but the goal is to really leverage those speaking opportunities so you can get more leads, so you can get more clients. And for example, this year I was asked to do a presentation at a vision board party, and that led for me to getting more leads, and subsequently one person wants to take my course. And so what I wanted to do was put all that information, and it's a 3-week digital course, and it starts on Monday. But on that following Thursday, once a week during that 3-week time, I come on a live Zoom and answer all the questions. But once Monday hits, it's not a drip. You're going to get all of the information with your paid registration to you on February 20th. Once you get that. And I'm really excited about it, because people don't really realize how powerful it is getting up in front of people, going live. And a lot of people don't realize that even doing pop-up events. Whenever I did a pop-up event last Saturday, my sorority hosted a health fair, and I was there on behalf of my day job. When they said, can you come up and introduce, you think I'm gonna get up in front of people and not mention my business too? Please. Right. Well, I did. and then subsequently, people came over my table. I gave them some free goodies on behalf of my day job. And they said, okay, so tell me about your courses. Okay. And that's the thing. We have to, anytime you have an opportunity to speak in front of a group of people and you have a business, you have a product, you need to speak on it. And that's why I named
Yeah.
the speak it. You know, if you've got something
Yeah.
powerful to share, speak it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I caught myself a couple of times when I'm supposed to be having fun, and then they have vendors. Next thing you know, I'm in what do you do mode. Here's my card. Call me if you want to come on the show. That kind of thing. And then also then now when I'm out, I dual promote, and then sometimes even triple promote because I have my mother's practice information with me because I believe in us getting our minds healthy. Therapy is so important. So
Oh, yeah.
it's really whenever I'm and I say whenever we're in each other's space is
Mm-hmm.
a perfect opportunity to network, and you kind of start getting, I guess, um comfortable with the signals that kind of people would give. It's not every time I'm in somebody's presence I'm just constantly, but when someone spirit and they're speaking and or they say something, it's just a lead into a conversation. And it's always, for me, I'm not just first thing out my mouth. We conversate like you would do anyone, but because you're a business owner, before it winds up, I'm always like, oh, would you mind if I give you one of my business cards?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been told no. Now, whether or not they keep it, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I've never been told no.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
did write down, when you said small and big. So is it some way, like, say people are submitting for these grants? What are you finding? I mean, do they see that it's small and big? Can you kind of elaborate on that? Or
Are
is it
you,
just
because I specifically work more for on sponsorships, but I have also worked on grants as well. When you say
okay?
small and big, what specifically
Well,
are
you
you?
use that terminology. You said most people aren't getting, I'm sorry, sponsorships. Most people aren't getting sponsorships
Right.
because they might be a small nonprofit versus the big nonprofits. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to see what is going on with that. How are even people aware that this is a small one versus a big one?
Well, I think the thing is when I think of big, I think national
Okay.
nonprofits like the
Okay.
American Heart Association or NAACP, which is more of a civil organization, but National American Diabetes Association, the
Forgotten
well,
Harvest.
right, your National Kidney Foundation. Those are the big boys, so to speak.
Okay.
And I think people don't know that they can go after sponsorships. And even though my focus is on nonprofits, I always have to remember it to tell people small businesses can go after sponsorships as well. Because I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it happen. I've had clients who they did a consultation with me. Her name is Shanti Rade. She's out of Cleveland. She did a small business week, and that was based on information I shared with her. It's all dependent on the business that you're hoping to partner with and what you're bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
You want to desire not to have just somebody writing a check. Although we do want the checks, we don't say no to the check, but you want a relationship. When I worked for the Heart Association, we would do the proposal, have the Go Red for Women luncheon. The next day, we were doing an after action. What worked, what didn't work. We are meeting with our major sponsors in the coming days. If it's a good experience, they're already calling. Okay, we want to do next year.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had that experience with different events that you've had. That's what you want. But that only happens if you have a relationship. It's like any other relationship. You don't just come in, show me the money. It's like, let's find out what your needs are. And people don't realize that nonprofits can meet a need of a major corporation,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they are in a specific community and people are saying, well, you all are making all this money in this community. What are you doing to give back? So that
Right.
you position yourself not just as a handout, but more like this. Let's shake hands. Let's have a memorandum of understanding on what this is going to look like. What you're going to bring to the table. It's not just a check. It's about what kind of visibility you're going to get at the event.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to have speaking at the event? And we had a really great partnership with what used to be Providence. I think St. John changed their whole name, but Providence Hospital, they used to have their own Go Red event. And that is like the example of a perfect relationship with a sponsor. Not only did they give you money, but they're also doing other things to support your cause by bringing visibility and bringing awareness to what it is you want to do. And in my event sponsorship one-on-one course, I go through that. And that course is longer. That's starting March 6th. And that's a 6-week course. That's my signature course. And we really go through walking through how to develop a sponsorship proposal and how to be positioned, because you can't, like the saying is, showing our age, you got to come correct.
Right.
I won't, but because there are some things, there's like a checklist of things that you as a nonprofit should have in place that these corporations are going to be looking for. And the reason why I know this is because I work for Melina, and my current day job, I give out sponsorships as well as for health insurance carriers. So I know what they're looking
for. Okay.
So, and I think that's something that people don't know, but this 6-week course, it really it breaks it down for you to get you ready to go after those dollars.
So as soon as you get that flyer together, I'm gonna need that.
I got it. It's on my business page. So yeah, it's up there.
Okay, so I'll make sure I'll go ahead and get us a copy to make sure we start promoting it on Stay Connected, because hey, you piqued my interest as what I consider, I'm thinking a social enterprise because of my youth entrepreneurship course. And we were fortunate enough to have partnered with some amazing organizations the last 2 years, of which we launched the summer camp. And the children, OMG, I might be exhausted. I'm telling you, I might be exhausted after working with them. My team might be exhausted as well. But the lessons that they learn in that short amount of time about, starting a business, being an entrepreneur, profits and loss, and doing all of those things, writing a business plan, getting their budget together to make their product and to walk away with a profit. Has just been phenomenal in a short amount of time. I mean, a couple of young youthpreneurs came from it. That is just indescribable for me, because it's changing the course and the trajectory of our future in our communities. My vision is to not see blight, not see vacant buildings when you go down the streets of our community. They should be bustling businesses that we support. We should not have to leave our community for a cup of great coffee. I'm just saying, we really shouldn't have to. So, but we have to feel safe. We have to start at a small age of developing the culture we want to see. And then we have to start truly supporting our own and getting out some of the things we don't want. People always say, there's a liquor store on every corner when you go to our community. Mm-hmm. You know how to get rid of them? Mm-hmm. I'm putting my head down because they say I be talking about it too much.
No, I'm like, how? Well, how do we get rid of them? Or we take them over and change them to something else?
Don't support them.
Yeah, that's true.
If they ain't got no business coming in the doors, what they gonna do?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's all it takes. And our dollar has power. And when we unite it together, we can make change. And so that's exactly why I am not going to stop saying what I'm saying, because I believe, and if you go to my site, you'll see the beliefs bullets. I believe that when we unite together, we can make the difference that we want to see for our own communities. I just believe that in every ounce of my being. So that's me getting back off my soapbox and turning it back on.
I love you talking about social enterprises, because a lot of people don't realize that, social enterprises are businesses, but they have a passion, a cause focus to it. So those are also really good entities to go after sponsorships as well. But I'm definitely, and most of my clients are, people of our community, or not necessarily, here in the state. A lot of my
Mhm.
clients are out of states. Like I had a young lady from New York who's originally from Jamaica. She purchased my nonprofit tips grab bag bundle, and that bundle, and I have different price points because everybody is in different places.
Mhm.
Like my training course, that's $597, but it's on sale for 500. The public speaking course is $297, and it's on sale for 200 until this Friday. But my nonprofit tips grab bag bundle is $47, and it gives you tips on how to run a nonprofit and how to position yourself and monetize your gifts so you can go after those dollars. And then I even have a mini marketing course. Again, that's for $47. And I do that because I know that there's a lot of disparities. So here's the thing. I'm gonna work with you one way or another. So ain't no excuses.
I
Because
love
people
it.
say that. And even with the signature course, payment plans are available, but let's not get crazy with it. But at the same time, my passion is really to help. I and the mini course kind of happened based on talking to someone. Like you said, that conversation, I'm
Mhm.
always listening, and that's something I've been really being very intentional because a lot of times we don't listen, we're just waiting to speak. And when you're waiting to speak, you're not really listening. You're just like,
Mhm.
oh, oh. So I've been really practicing and being intentional about that because a lot of times people will come up to my table. I don't, like you said, you don't just, blurt out, blah, 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 blah. Hey, come take my courses. I
Right.
start talking to them. And then what I usually say, oh, how's things going with your nonprofit? Are you facing any challenges? That's that question, and it opens up a plethora. If they all good in the hood, okay, great. Give me your card, because then I shift to, hey, this company I work for, we look for nonprofits. But if I see that they have an issue, that's when Michelle, the CEO, comes in. Well, let's chat.
Mhm.
Let's do an exploratory meeting, no charge. Let's find out what your needs are and kind of go from there. But that is the key. We
Mhm.
can't be afraid to sit. That's what I tell people. If you're doing a pop-up, don't just sit behind the table. Get
Mhm.
up, walk around, and then talk to the other vendors.
Yes.
That's the thing, because I've seen people, they just sit and they say, and then they say, well, I don't promote because it's not my job. Child, you know how many people I posted this right here? This not my show, but it's my girl show, and she's featuring me. Why wouldn't I want people to come and watch? And then I'm going to share
Exactly.
it. So I think
Exactly.
you got to do that if you're having an event and you're going to an event, and yes, the host is going to promote, but why wouldn't you do that? And to
Cross
me, going live,
promotion.
public speaking, exactly. So we've got to be vested. Other
Yes.
communities do it. We need to continue to do it. We need to, and it's
Exactly.
okay to do that. I don't see other people who do what I do as competition. I mean, okay, in theory they are, but I'm like, okay,
There
she may do
isn't.
something different. But my competition is Michelle last year, and I'm very pleased as to how
Exactly.
far I've come. So,
Exactly. Cause I love the fact that I'm not the only one like when I started. I love
mhm.
the fact that Facebook has so many now Black groups that are geared towards Black business because there weren't any when I started.
Oh yeah.
It just makes my life easier. It allowed me actually the freedom to find exactly what niche in this big old bubble of supporting a Black business that I really enjoy doing. And what I love doing is featuring Black business owners on my show. So why not use my show to then promote the businesses versus me trying to just have all this loaded onto a website, have all the
Mhm.
events, because people not just go to the website. People go be more engaged to see what's
Mhm.
happening on the show or the replay of the show, which is a lot where I get a lot more traffic is the replay. And then I have this footage to now make clips to put on social media. It's just like I love how it just became part and organic of my life because that's exactly what it is. My life is supporting 7 Bobs a week, if not
Mhm.
more. I have taken and been an example of that pledge. And what you're doing is exactly what I feel we do for a niche. We're here to help people, but we're specifically helping people that have for a long time been overlooked and not gotten anyone to support from within our own community. And that's
Absolutely.
really what I want to make sure that if I leave a little mark here on this world, that you'll know that I was about connecting the relationships to our Black businesses with our Black community. Now, if we can get all the dollars, I'm good. I'm good. Don't get it wrong. But definitely the support of each other just hits differently.
Yes.
And I think we know that because we got excited when we saw
I know, yes.
we got excited for that because you saw Black community thriving. That was the main thing that made it exciting, with the exception of Black Panther. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of people just saw that, and I said, "Do you realize we have Wakanda right here if we unite?"
We do. We really do. We really do.
We really do. Now, before we keep going, tell people how they could connect with you, because you said something pivotal. It's on my site. So,
well, I've been doing so many updates, and so I've been actually a lot of people I've been talking to, they don't utilize their business page. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to be one of those people because it's real easy, because I have a webmaster. You know, our friend, shout out Brian Jones.
And he was one of the featured businesses last week.
I know, he told me. And the thing is, I'm always constantly changing my mind, and I don't want him to be like, okay, Michelle. So I rather, I actually will be, I owe him a call. On my Facebook page, Serica Enterprises, in my featured section, I have all of my products that I talked about. My 3 courses and my nonprofits, and you just click on it, go to the link, you'll get additional information, and you will be able to purchase right then and there.
Awesome. So that's on Facebook. Yes. Under what exactly?
Serica Enterprises, and it's spelled, it's right, you see my little name there, Saerica. And the reason why I spell like that, the E is for the engage, educate, and empower, but to remember is Saerica. Saerica Enterprises. If you spell it like that, you'll remember it. You can go to my business page, and it's under the featured.
Gotcha.
All the products. So I put it there so everybody could just go. And just to recap the event sponsorship 101, to go after those sponsorships. The money is there. They want to do business with you. And there are specific health companies that want certain organizations. So we talk about that. Now, the next is the public speaking. That's coming up next week. So you all have a couple of days to go ahead and register. And we want you to really realize that passion, because you've got a powerful voice. We have a powerful voice. Utilize it and learn how to leverage it for your business. Now, and a lot of people, I'm not speaking for free. You've got to utilize it as a marketing tool. Because if you come away with 5 leads, that's going to turn into clients, that will probably have a greater impact than that one-time fee, where they may even give you some restrictions on what you can and cannot say because they're paying you. So there's that. Then the next course is marketing for your businesses. This is for people who are either in their marketing run or you're just getting started. And this is $47. You buy it, it's downloaded, and you've got my voice talking about marketing. And then my nonprofit tips grab bag bundle. Again, that is $47. And it gives you everything you need. If you're aspiring to start a nonprofit or you're a brand new nonprofit, I give you a lot of tips, because volunteers, that's a real big issue. And I have an entire information about that all in that bundle. But all the details are on Serica Enterprises, my Facebook page. Go there, like it, and even comment if you got questions. I promise I will respond. I got it all set up and everything for that. And just go, because there are a lot of resources. I also have another group called Where Nonprofits Gather. Well, Serica Enterprises is not a group, but that's my page. But Where Nonprofits Gather, I started this for nonprofits to gather. Pretty self-explanatory. It's for people who have nonprofits or people who aspire to start nonprofits. Because a lot of people, well, I don't have it. I said, well, you got to think about this. Everybody that has a nonprofit now, at one time, they didn't have it. So come on this page. I give a lot of resources specifically for this group and this group only. A lot of times you'll find out about things before everybody else because it's in my group. But I invite you specifically to go there and all the advertising and thing about the information about my courses. I have that there as well, but I got it all nice and neat and Sarah Enterprises. So go to that page, show my business page some love, y'all, because
Yes, show some love, y'all. Well, I will say that nonprofit tip bundle sounds really, really intriguing to me. And what I'm going to do is at some point, now y'all don't know when I'm going to do it, but it's going to be a Deals with Bob free gift. So
awesome.
I'm just letting y'all know. I'm not gonna tell you when because I'm not gonna have you just watching this for that show. All these wonderful nonprofits out here looking for that tip bundle, but you see them 3 steps, and it could be for the first nonprofit seeking to get those additional tips to just take your nonprofit to the next level. We have some comments coming in.
Really? Oh, you
Okay,
can see them because do I? If I click on comments, will I be able to see it on StreamYard?
I think so.
Let's
I'm
see.
not. I've never been on that
Oh, I
side.
do see people. I see Miss. Oh, one of your featured business, Mona Lisa.
Mona
Hey,
Lisa
beautiful.
said, "Hey, beautiful. Hey, Mona. How you doing, beautiful?" Then we have Kimberly Glenn. Oh, yes, she's going to be on the show in March. She is the founder of the nonprofit Good Measure. Yes. So she said,
Awesome. She
thank
said
you.
she's
A lot
gonna
of great
order it. Well, thank
information. Oh,
you.
here I am saying thank you like I gave the information.
Well, she said she's gonna order it, so I'm thinking she's talking about the bundle. Because that's
Yes, I
what
believe
yeah,
so.
most nonprofits go, they want the bundle. The marketing for your business, even though it's for your business, I think nonprofits, even though you're nonprofit, sometimes you got to think of it business wise. So you still got to market it as well. So,
Exactly.
but yes, thank
Exactly. And
you, Miss
we'll look
Kimberly.
at the budget. You know, we get some more businesses listed on the international directory. We'll give that one away too. So, I like recirculating the dollar. So, like I'm
I
saying, we get a couple more
appreciate it.
businesses to list on the directory. All I do is funnel it right back into another business. I don't understand why people every business needs to be on the directory because I'm telling you, all I do is funnel it back into another business. And that's really how another way for us to support one another and unite. Now,
Okay.
Michelle, there are a couple things I have to ask because we're like 7 minutes from 8 o'clock. Can you believe it?
Girl, I know. I'm like, oh my goodness, time flies.
Okay, so I want to know what book is currently on your nightstand or that you recently read or highly recommend reading.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. I gotta she had I gotta remember what it was. Eartha Kitt wrote a book called Exhilarate.
Okay.
And I was actually looking for her daughter's book, Kit Shapiro, that wrote for her. And I've got to I want to recheck it out. It was that good. Eartha Kitt has and she basically it's a book about her life, but it's also kind of a manual on how to live
Mm.
free, how she would go on walks and really be observant about the world around her. And
Mhm.
that book really just really got me in touch with my femininity and just really embracing life, the joy of life. Like she would
Mm.
do funny stuff. She said she will be walking down Fifth Avenue and just break into a dancer stretch. Um, just because she felt like it and she wanted to exercise.
Oh,
And
wow.
she talked about how, jewelry wasn't like her thing, but if people gave her stuff like a painting that they drew or something like that. So
Mhm.
just enjoying life. She was a very bright woman. She took Life magazine, for those who are familiar with Life magazine, is an old magazine, but they list like a bunch of books. They said if you read this collection, it's equivalent to having a bachelor's degree. As she didn't have
Mm.
an opportunity to finish school, so she finished all those books. And she
Okay.
would eat lunch with very famous, brilliant, genius people and just ask questions. She had that curiosity. So that
Mhm.
book. And then I would also recommend April Mason's Identity Switch. I'm still reading that one. And it just really talks about, one of the things she said, she wanted to be she wanted a different life, so she became a different woman. And
Okay.
it's like she just changed her perspective. And what I realized for me was that I really wanted to get back, because sometimes you have to go back. Who were you before people, the world said you couldn't do this? Who are you
Mm-hmm.
before the trauma that you went through? Who were
Right.
you? And so getting back, to me, that's how I interpret it. Getting back to the woman I was always called to be. And I think I'm getting close to her. So um,
Yeah.
two books, I mean, it is, she also is on Instagram and Facebook, but those two books really, and I am eventually going to get back to, but I had to turn it in because I was holding the book hostage from the library, so I had to turn it. They was like, you can't, because I read, they say no, you got to turn it back in. And that's the other thing, y'all, get your local library. It's like the greatest thing. I mean, we got
Exactly.
away from doing it. But I do, my next books, I do want to read Kit Piro about, writing about her mom's life, Eartha Kitt. So those are the
Okay.
two books.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, before we do close, I want you to inspire others. How do you stay encouraged? Now, you have on a few hats. You doing a 9 to 5, and you're supporting and helping people. How do you stay encouraged when you're like, I'm tired and I can, all of those things that go into being a phenomenal business owner, mom, and what other hat you have, and what other hat you have, sister and daughter. How do you stay encouraged?
Ooh, that's good, because that actually, a few weeks ago, before my truck died, I was really pushing and promoting, and I didn't see any fruit, and I really got discouraged. And I just prayed. I said, Lord, what am I doing wrong? And so, getting centered, getting back to my joy, realizing
Mhm.
joy is something that you have on the inside that you cannot, it can't be taken away.
Mhm.
Happiness is based on happening. So
Mhm.
I'll go walking and then I'll get inspired. I pray, of course, get words from the Holy Spirit, and remind and kill any negative talk, because it's so easy. I know for me to go, well, maybe it ain't meant for you. No, 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 no. I
Mhm.
stop that right then and there.
Right.
Stop the negative talk. Remember who you are. Remember whose you are.
Mhm.
And then go back to where there were other situations. I remember being told that I couldn't get a house in a pandemic. I bought my house in the middle of the pandemic. And
Mhm.
remember past victories, because
Right.
when you're in it, and it's okay to feel, I mean,
Mhm.
especially this week, we've, especially in Michigan, we've really been through a lot. So
Mhm.
I think what you have to do is feel what you feel, talk to
Mhm.
someone if you need to, but as far as when you get discouraged, don't stay there.
Yes.
Even if you're just sitting there, I do a 5 second rule, because sometimes I'll just get in that, ooh, this feels good. And Mel
I
Robbins,
know.
that's another good book. Write that down. Mel Robbins, The 5 Second Rule. She wrote that book. She was in a funk, and she was sitting there, and all of a sudden she envisioned a rocket ship. 5, 4. And when you get to one, you leap up and you do one thing. One thing,
Mm.
even if it's to pick up a pillow off the floor, because what that action, it causes another reaction. Make your
Mhm.
bed every day. A lot of
Mhm.
people, there's some people that don't do it, because I remember, I don't feel like I said, but it's a sense of accomplishment. You do one,
Yes.
and that's what they tell people, especially if you're dealing with emotional issues. Just do one little thing, and that will
Mhm.
help. So that's what Michelle does. I'm speaking in third person, but yeah, that's what I do.
That's what Michelle does.
Or go buy a fabulous hat, because that makes me happy. Or go thrifting. I love thrifting. So,
You do have to start like trying, to divert those thoughts. And you can get into the emotional roller coasters, and life happens, and you might go low for a moment. And what I notice is that I kind of been in that shadow of the valley type of thing. And even down there though, is that I'm praising because
Mhm.
for one thing's for sure, that there is someone who would trade shoes with me, because they have it that much worse than I do. And I'm praising just for the simple fact that my eyes open one more day and that I'm capable of just praising if nothing else. Because some people want to praise and can't even praise. So I know I sometimes have to praise myself up. You talk about the rocket ship, that's why I'm like having that low roar for praise until I lift off. Like, okay, that's kind of what I do. So I'm hoping that there's people out there that we left the end of the show to encourage intentionally, because Michelle mentioned here in Michigan, tragic loss happened just this week, and so many people are suffering. And to get even just through it, to stay encouraged, it's going to take little effort. Sometimes it's going to take whatever you need, like she mentioned, if you need therapy, if you need support, whatever it might be, but you cannot just stay. You have to get out of it some type of way, because it will eat you up. And that was just my little tidbit on the mental health aspect that I am very passionate about. Now, Michelle, we are at the 8 o'clock hour. So
Wow, guys, I know they had so much fun. I want to come back already. We won't be 3 years.
3 years. Can't wait 3 years for the time that you come back next time, especially with these phenomenal courses, because I know I'm featuring a nonprofit every month, and I know that they could benefit from the work that you're doing, as well as the businesses that are on the show. So we must have you into some type of rotation where we see you a little bit more frequently this year. Anything you want to add before we sign off?
Well, I just want you all just to be encouraged, because I know people are saying, well, I want to do this year. I want to do this. Get out of the wanna and get into the planning and implementation. My word for this year is elevation. And I've already seen it. And I mean, God has really I'm like, what? And also turning this into a year of yes to different opportunities that's come my way. So I want to inspire you to do that. And one of those things is, if you need some help with resources, I'm your lady. Serica Enterprises. Come to my business page. The nonprofits tips grab bag bundle will be for you. The marketing for your business course, the event sponsorship one-on-one course, and the public speaking course. Because all of you, you have a powerful purpose, a powerful testimony, and I want to help you see your vision come to life.
Awesome. Perfect last words. Make sure you stay on for the end of the show for our recap. Okay. Now, everyone, mark your calendars, because we have coming to us next week, closing out the month of February. We're ending it with the phenomenal Camilla Franklin of Tax Divas. Yes, it is that season. So if you are kind of like dreading getting your taxes together, or you're worried if you're going to owe, or what deductions you can add, what came new this year, make sure you tune in to next week's show so that you can join the conversation and have your questions prepared for our tax expert, the phenomenal Camilla Franklin. And if you have not already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go right over onto YouTube, do a search for Deals with Bob, click that red subscribe button. And while you're there, why don't you hit that little notification bell so you will get notified every time we go live, so you don't miss an episode. I want to thank you, Michelle. I had a phenomenal time with you, catching up and everything. I hope you guys learned some new tips for those nonprofits out there and business owners, and we will be having Michelle back. I am Sonia Weaver. As always, I encourage you to spend with purpose, because your dollar does matter, and deal with Bob. Have an amazing week. We'll see you next Wednesday.